with
Dean,
all of
guess what,
us.
Dean, I taught you what the word grifter was. I don't know if you remember that.
Well, actually, I was about to ask you to teach me again. What
Yeah,
is a
you and
grifter?
Parker
you've
both
talked to this
were on a
asshat.
live.
I don't know. Hey,
This was
Luca.
a few years ago. You and Parker both were on a live, and I called you grifters, and you didn't know what it was. You had to look it up. Even Parker said, "You know what? I don't even know what it is," and he went and looked it up.
So what is a grifter?
So you're welcome. Now you're a professional grifter. You've done well for yourself as a grifter. It's pretty incredible. And you got this token coon down here working for you. That's pretty embarrassing for him.
Okay.
You said that earlier, but I didn't get to talk about it before you did. But before, wait, stop pivoting. Stop pivoting. Finish the grifter part first.
Yeah, my friend Luca. Let's bring it down a level. What's a grifter? Why do you think I'm a grifter?
Well, you're a grifter, man. You're a grifter. Go look it up again, man. I'm not going to enlighten you anymore.
Well, see,
you know
you're
what
the
it
one.
is. You know what you do.
So, Luke. Definition of what a grifter is. Well, I don't know for sure that that's how you're using the word. So I'm just simply asking you to like expand on the allegation that you're making. When you say that I'm a grifter, I'm not really like clear of like what you're saying. Is.
You get on TikTok and no, what specifically happened to you?
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
Well, I'd like to see if you answer the question.
I'm telling you, legitimately, you won't believe me.
Tell me what it was.
You're gonna think that I'm making a story up.
Because you probably will, but go ahead.
No, we'll see. That's why it's like it's already like yeah. It's like so like it's like so. Let's see here. I guess
just say it, bro. Stop trying to cover yourself already.
Like you're gonna think that it's fake. So by the way, for those that aren't familiar, I mean, I bet that everybody is now. When I was like 14, I'd call my white friends the N-word as a term of like, you know, like interchangeably with like calling them like friend, homie, so on and so forth. And yeah, that's a racist, bad thing to do. White people shouldn't be using the N-word regardless of the context. But so I stopped using the N-word when I was 15 and a half in LA at a DreamHack Fortnite event. Me and my friend traveled there together, and we were staying in a hotel near the event. And there was like a lot of people there. And one night we went down to the pool and we were hanging out. We started making friends, and we made friends with a group of around 4 Black women at approximately the same age. And we were having a lot of fun with them. Honestly, it was a chill night. We're having fun. We're all there on like vacation or for different means. And then we all went back to like me and my friend's hotel room just to continue hanging out, eat some food, shooting the shit. And at like one point in the conversation, I was like sharing a story with them about one of my friends back home. And I was like, my N-word, insert the name here. And then for the next 2 hours, they explained to me how and why it's not okay for white people to use the N-word, regardless of the context, regardless of the connotation, and explained to me how even if you were calling a white person the N-word, regardless of the intention or so on and so forth, that it's still a really bad thing to do. Never calling anybody the N-word again. Now, like I said at the beginning, I legitimately do not think that you will believe the story because it's actually insane.
Let me ask you the follow-up.
Like, it's just such like women? A wow.
Who were those women? If this is a true story, who were those women and where are they now? You're this popular. You're telling a story. You've told that story before. Who were these women?
So like 2 years ago when, like the screenshots got leaked or whatever of somebody sending me a Fortnite edit. And then I was like, that's hella good to my N-word. I think I shared the story once, but then people are like, nah, bruh, you're making that shit up. So I never really shared it again. Now, who were they? I don't remember their names, if I'm going to be honest.
Because they don't exist, Dean.
Like
you made that up in your brain.
I know. I said this would happen.
Hold on. You're too popular.
I said this would happen.
You're too popular for these women not to be able to come forward and share that. If they knew you said multiple women too. So this is more than one woman. More than one woman, especially a black woman. If they're a black woman.
Maybe everyone's not performative like you and actually don't find value in coming forward and actually saying, "Oh, guess what I did to change his life."
Santana, that's
weird,
talk, bro.
That's weird. That's
weird. He didn't say you could talk, Santana.
Listen, he didn't, but also didn't say you could talk or interrupt me. So like I was saying, it's weird for you to just say, "Well, why didn't they come out and say, oh, you did this?"
Stop defending your white boys.
Now you can speak.
Who are they?
Speak.
Who are these women?
Listen, I told you, I don't remember their names.
Because they don't exist, do they?
No, they do exist. I told you this would happen.
How many was it? How many women?
I said it was like 3 or 4.
3 or 4. So such a moving moment in your life. You don't know if it was 3 or 4 and you were in a hotel room?
Right. Because this happened years ago when I was a kid. Like the memory's really hazy.
But it was such a pivotal moment in your life. You'd think you would know that.
Dude. I mean, was it? Like was it a pivotal moment in my life?
You just said
it was a moment of me becoming
what you said.
A significantly better person. I think it was like pivotal in the sense that I became like a better person for society, but like a significantly pivotal moment in my life. Like, I don't know.
Was it not?
I've had like
unracist was not.
I've had like many moments in my life where I became like a significantly better person. Like, Dean, I think that was a very pivotal moment extrinsically because I became a significantly better person for society.
So it was a pivotal moment.
Extrinsically, in the sense of I became better for like society. Okay, you just got a flag. But like
he can't control himself.
Yeah, it's fine. But like I don't know, like in retrospect, I remember it because it was pivotal in the sense that it was like a crazy experience. But it's not like I remember like every detail of it. Like it was like 6 years ago. I don't know. Yeah,
the interesting thing about that claim is who? Yes, it's 6 years ago for you. But thinking back on certain moments in your life, like there's a reason why people have revisionist history. Because people don't remember details the further they get away from it. That's why people look fondly on things that happened in the past, because you tend to forget the details, but you remember the moment, you remember the feeling, you don't remember the details. Like that's
why like I don't share that story because no one believes me. It's like if no one believes me, then like why should I share it? Why should I even say it? It's just gonna give people like a worse opinion of me. Because then they think I'm like making shit up.
Also, like I think like, when people
like that, like I swear that actually happened. I was in Anaheim, California for a DreamHack Fortnite event. I swear that it happened.
Well, and that's why like when people say, "What do you do with those donations? Or are you donating to charity? What charity?" Like when people do that or things like he just did. It comes off as performative for anyone to speak to those types of things. So if we sit there and say, yes, we donate or we do this or we do that, then you're not doing it out of the goodness of your heart. If this was actually something that you took in and it, made an effect on you where you were like, okay, I got to stop doing this, then sitting here and bringing it up every single time to actually talk about it and then use it as validation like that, it means nothing. So I don't know. I just think people that look for those type of things, that's just so weird.
I mean, the other thing that I'll say here is actually, why would people not believe? It's a very believable story. Like just in your mind, like conceptualize of some little white boy dropping the N-word around a black person and then that black person checking the little white boy. That is
especially like black women.
That is like such a believable thing, right? Like that's not atypical. That's not uncommon. That's not like out of this world to conceive of happening that like probably happens a lot. You know what I mean?
I would assume black women have the courage and they're absolutely fearless. So like that doesn't shock me that you said black women. So
yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next guest. Only hop inside of that queue if you happen to be MAGA. Also, like, what would I have to like gain from lying? Like, couldn't I just say that like I was just like exposed through like socialization and maturity, and like eventually like learn that it was wrong to do? Right? I could just say that. People wouldn't call me a liar then. So it seems like I wouldn't have much to gain from lying.
Hello. Oh crap.
Hey, welcome in. Do you support Trump? Hello?
I support some policies. Hello, sorry.
How old are you?
Get better Wi-Fi. Hello?
How old are you?
18.
What year were you born in?
18.
I said
January
what year
11th,
were you born
2008.
In? Yeah. And if the election was held tomorrow between Trump and Harris, who'd you vote for?
Trump.
Okay. I also saw like a couple comments saying, "Oh my God, it's so crazy to hate on you for that." Well, listen, I would say it is pretty insane to call me racist today because of it. I would say it's pretty insane to have like a negative opinion on me today because of it. Like that's like super like hyper online. Like go touch some grass. Like I think that somebody like realizing that they had done something bad when they were like 15 and then became a better person when they were like 15 and a half and now they're 21. Like I think it's pretty insane to still be hating on them at 21. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, Bragg. I think like learning about it or having a conversation, I think that's fine. I think it's important to like be able to share that story in good faith. But when people try to weaponize it, that's the problem, because like we all have a history or past, and like we're an amalgamation of our decisions, and we don't always make the best decisions, but what really counts is what happens after we make the decision. And so someone being able to grow, learn, and change after a bad decision is what's really important. So talking about it isn't a bad thing, but when people weaponize it, like that's where it sucks.
Yeah, it's so like clearly disingenuous. It just doesn't really faze me anymore. Like I've had so many disingenuous Trump supporters like give me that argument. It used to like really get on my nerves, right? It used to like really make me feel like a piece of shit. And maybe like second doubt if like I was a good person or anything like that. But like anymore, it's just noise. Go ahead and tell us why you support Trump, Bragg.
Or so the border policies and keeping a stricter border from an agricultural standpoint because of the current situation going on.
Oh, you're outside with a bunch of wind and we can't hear you because of it. Is there anywhere where you could go inside, cover your mic?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I support Trump from an agricultural standpoint in terms of the border due to the current situation that is going on with New World screwworms.
Huh.
Did you know that they cutted funding for a program to prevent screwworms?
Fucking Trump's fault.
I do, and I don't agree with that. However, under a stricter border, we are able to better keep it away from the U.S.
No, in fact, it only became an issue.
On people and on pets.
It only became an issue today under Trump. We had essentially eradicated the screwworm in the 70s, and then the Trump administration defunded that program because they thought it was no longer needed since we hadn't had that issue since the 70s. But then because they defunded that program, then it became an issue again. So it was a really big blunder by the Trump admin because they thought that the perpetual funding that we gave to the program was wasteful spending because we fixed the issue forever ago, when in all reality, that perpetual funding to the program kept the issue at bay. And when they revoked that funding, well, then we couldn't keep that issue at bay anymore because we weren't paying government employees or contractors to do so. So then the issue came back.
Similar to what's happening with measles.
And I agree with
like
that.
They've created a problem out of a lot of things that weren't a problem anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry,
like you never heard about a screwworm under Biden. You never heard about screw worm under Trump in his first term. You never heard about screw worm under Obama. But now we have screw worm in Texas and, as of today, also New Mexico.
I agree with that, and I don't think funding should have ever been cut. That if we had kept those programs up and running, then we would have been able to combat it when it first happened. However, I do think that since we allowed for a less strict border, then that allowed for more people to come in and bring more diseases over to ranchers and agriculturalists.
But this only popped up like last month after Donald Trump had implemented all of his immigration policy, and it was a big mess. And you're saying maybe they shouldn't have cutted that funding so we could have better responded to the issue when it popped up. No. If they didn't cut that funding, the issue never would have existed in the first place. Are you 16?
I agree with that. No, I am not 16.
Okay.
Chat, I graduated high school.
I was looking through your account for any evidence of that. If there's any evidence of that, feel free to send in a private ticket on the Discord, but until I see any evidence for that, I'm not going to buy it. Go ahead.
On my profile, there is a video of me graduating high school like 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, well, congratulations. So I don't understand your argument. You're saying that, well, you support Trump because his immigration policy keeps this issue at bay. Well, it's only under Trump that this issue exploded into what it is now.
And I'll agree with that. Like I said, I don't think they should have cut funding. However, I do believe that if we are to lessen border policies, that it will only get worse because it does have the opportunity to spread on people and pets as well.
My evidence is that under Biden, it wasn't an issue, and under Trump, it is. And you say that under Biden, we had open borders, and under Trump, we have closed borders.
I'm not saying that because I'd have to go back into my research. I did research on this a couple months ago. I do think that the borders were closed under Biden. I could be incorrect in saying that for cattle to come through because of this issue, because it has been an issue for a good little bit. It is only just now hitting the U.S., but I'd have to go back and look, honestly.
It's hitting the U.S. not because of our immigration policy, but rather because of, once again, the Trump admin defunding the programs to prevent it. Right? Your hypothesis that it's more of an issue with more immigration and less of an issue with less immigration is proven wrong, right? And the way it's proven wrong is because when we look at the last 30 years of American history, screw worm was no more of a problem at the peak times of immigration than it was at the lowest points of immigration. Our systems in place that we funded to prevent ringworm worked very effectively. Oh, there goes Santana. There goes everybody, because we just got our community, let's see here. What do they call it? The community fucking multi-guest feature restricted? It's fine. I'll get it back. I'll reach out to TikTok. We'll get it back. We'll be back with it tomorrow. Should I even actually just try to reach out right now? Peter, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. Who says, Dean, love you. One thing. Why do you say lives instead of lives? I guess that's a small like syntactical error on my part. I appreciate you for the $10 and for pointing it out. Kelsey and Maxine with the $5. I appreciate you guys. Kelsey with a $5 on Venmo says, can you ask Santana to explain the word COON? The last guest was calling him that. Is that not a racial slur? So it's a racial slur. I guess Santana's gone, so he can't explain it. So I'll try my best. It's a racial slur when a white person calls a black person it. And this is what I know about it. Once again, I'm a white boy, so I don't know too much. Still yet, like inside of the black community, it's definitely not like a friendly thing to call somebody else, but they'll use that word to refer to like black people who they believe are acting in the better interests of white people at the expense and demise of the black community. So it's definitely a slur, horrible slur when white people call black people it. And it's more so like a term that black individuals will weaponize against other black individuals to like, express some idea that this is a black individual who's not working in the interests of black individuals, but rather working against the interests of black people. That's my best explanation. For the black people watching, let me know if I was off. Let me know if I was on. Kirsten, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. I appreciate you, Kirsten. That is Kiersten. I appreciate you. Victor, thank you for the $5. And then Sarah, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo for the grift. I really appreciate you. Morgan with the $5. Clarissa with the $5. And then Anderson, I appreciate you for the $5. It's for the $10. It's very kind of you, man. Xavier, Carla, and Jenna, thank you guys for the $5 and the $2. And it looks like we are all caught up over on Venmo. Dude, somebody in the YouTube chat just said shit, ... I literally use that term as a cute word for raccoons. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. I'm really happy that you know now. I'm really happy that you know now. Jesus. Jesus. Have you ever said that in front of like a black person before? Please tell me you haven't, because they're oh my goodness. Oh my, just now you know. Now you know. That's terrible. That's yikes. Catherine, thank you for the $10 on PayPal. Who says Luca is not a god of ultimate knowledge. Trump supporters are getting dumber by the second. On God. Cheyenne, thank you so much for the $40 donation over on PayPal. I really appreciate you so much, Cheyenne. Let's get 400 Cheyenne W's down below in that comment section. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Cheyenne with the $40. It is very kind of you, says, I know these lives are getting hard for you, but you're making a real change. I have to babysit 4-month-old that loves you, Parker and Santana. Here is for your hard work. Oh, thank you so much, Cheyenne. You are awesome. That is beyond kind. Thank you. Show some love to Cheyenne down below. And then Manuel and Charlie, and I appreciate you both for the $5. Listen, folks, because we did get that multi-guest restriction, we're probably just going to do a Q&A for the rest of the stream. So if you want to ask me a question, feel free to do so in the chat. But I mean, if you want to ask me a question that I'll definitely respond to, feel free to do so on Venmo and PayPal. Just because I see the donations in the messages and I'm less likely to see them from the chat. Light Blinded with the $10 says screw worms are like MAGA. I think we should utilize the same countermeasures with MAGA that we use to get rid of screw worm. If you know, you know. I appreciate you for the $10, Light. You're awesome. You're awesome. The GOAT, quite frankly, the GOAT. The absolute goat. Rebel with a $1 on PayPal says happy National Iced Tea Day. For real? It's Iced Tea Day? Sick. Maybe we should go get some iced tea. Someone in the chat says, are we Charlie Kirk? No, you're not Charlie Kirk. Somebody in the comment section says Knicks or Spurs. I don't share my opinions on controversial subject matters. Okay. Let's see. What else do we got here? The chat's going so fast, I can't even stop it to slow it down to read the questions. I can't even stop the chat. All right. Yo, the chat's cooked. It's going so fast. Maybe I can look it off my phone. Angel with $5 says, whatever happened to Evil Dean? I miss him. Probably just moved on with their lives. Zach with a $5 says, don't have to read this out loud, but thinking of starting finasteride. Do you have any concerns of the side effects? So the side effects are really bad, but really unlikely. You could just straight up get ED from finasteride, but the chances are that you won't get it. And honestly, it is something that if you're considering doing it, that you should do it. I don't regret getting on finasteride. I don't regret getting on minoxidil. It was really helped out my hair so much. Anna with the $5 on PayPal says, are we Dean Withers? I don't know. It depends. I don't think so. I think I'm Dean Withers. And if I ever die and one of you guys makes an AI shitpost song saying that you're Dean Withers, I'm going to haunt you from the grave. Claire, thank you for the $20 donation over on Venmo. Says, love your content, Dean. Thank you, Claire. Show some love to Claire down below. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Abby, thank you for the $1. Says, does your girlfriend listen into your streams? For the most part, not really. She doesn't like seeing me super confrontational and angry. It's kind of jarring because I try not to be confrontational and angry with her. So she really doesn't too much. Let's see. Someone in the chat says, are you liberal? Yes, indeed. Someone in the chat says, ooh, bro, mods ban now. Someone in the chat says, favorite backseat lover song? Oh my goodness, they have so many. It's hard to choose one. They're just all so good. I've really been fucking with Elevator Days recently. What's the highest dono that you've ever gone? I'd probably have to think about that one. There's been so many incredibly kind people. So many incredibly kind people. Somebody in the chat says, watch Money Heist, please. Dude, top tier show. I watched it in the English dub version, and it was still one of the best shows that I've ever watched. Let's see here. Joseph, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. Says private. All right, I'll keep that to myself. I still need to do that. Shelly with a $10 says, can you help me with talking points for why Biden admin didn't release the Epstein files? Because they viewed themselves as an independent entity from the DOJ. They didn't release the Epstein files even when it would have benefited them. They could have released the letter that Epstein sent to Larry Nassar saying that Trump was a pedophile. They could have released the letter that Trump sent to Epstein depicting the naked body of a girl. The statement may every new day be another wonderful secret. They could have released the credible accusations against him, but they didn't. Likely, they didn't even know that they existed because they didn't interfere with the DOJ even to the point of reading the contents of the files. Joseph with the $10 says, favorite Gordon Ramsay show, though? I mean, we've watched a lot of Hell's Kitchen, but that's probably just because there's a lot of Hell's Kitchen. Favorite Gordon Ramsay show is probably going to be that one where he travels around the world and just like hangs out with different communities and different cultures and tries their food. That's a really good one. Favorite thing to debate about? Probably theism, but I don't really do too much of that on the internet. Or abortion. I like debating abortion. Hannah with the $5 says, I've been watching you since every day Trump got in office. Your streams bring me peace. Oh, well, thank you, Hannah. Steven, appreciate you for the $5 over on Venmo as well, who says, what's your opinion on how MAGA becomes so exponentially delusional? Oh my God, I know. It's because they're insane. I try not to think about it. Kayla with the $15 says, what's your opinion? Oh, sorry, I already read your message, but just know that I really appreciate you, Kayla. That was Kayla's message with the $15. Thank you. All right, what else do we got here? What else we got here? You guys in the chat saying piano? I could play some piano real quick. I don't know. Maybe not. And with a 10 says, do you like Suicide Boys? Yes. Bones? Yes. Dude, I only got through high school because of those motherfuckers bumping their music all day long. All day long. Evan with a $3. Are you into punk/rock? Of course. Of course. I got a little bit of everything on the playlist. Got a little bit of everything in the playlist.
And there is another episode here of D. Sorry about that. If you want to see these intelligent dirtbags or claim to be intelligent have an intelligent conversation with yours truly, they know where to find me. Like my boy Cody Rhodes says, I'm easy to find, but I'm hard to beat. And if you want to see us next go against do a live of the NBA Finals, stay tuned for that. Plus, we're also going to be live showing you Scary Movie 6 coming soon. As always, this is Real Talk with Don Robson. Have a safe night. Take care of your loved ones. Be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself.